These are always fun because we might have a kitty cat join us or like all kinds of other things. So you just never know. Hi, Ginger. We're going to start off today in child's pose. So I like to bring big toes to touch, take my knees wide, and I'm just going to move my kitty out the way if I can, and come on down, extending the arms out, maybe bringing the forehead down to the mat, or if that's a little too far, I can already bring that block in and use it underneath my forehead. And I'm going to spend some time here to just start to tune in. Deepening my breath, relaxing through the face, the eyes, the jaw, letting my body soften into the mat, letting my breath move freely and just noticing where it lands right now. I want to spend some time feeling my body from the inside out today. Letting my breath be an experience in and of itself. And knowing that it's important to be able to build that awareness of the physical sensations in our body in order to take care of it, to show up for it, to come to understand it better, to respond to its needs and wants, and to begin to build trust of it. As you let that rib cage expand in all directions, just begin to scan the body, noticing where you feel any physical sensation right now. Maybe that's in the hips. Maybe it's the points of connection with the mat, the palms, forearms, or elbows, the forehead, knees, shins, or tops of feet. Notice how your breath may have changed in the last minute or so since we first got into child's pose. Bring your awareness to areas of your body where you feel at ease, relaxed. And those areas of your body where you might feel a little discomfort, tension, or be holding on in some way. No need to change anything at the moment. We're just building our awareness and our observation and noticing skills. Take 3 more full breaths here, letting the lungs expand and contract. 2 more times. Last one. Nice. And we'll gently take our hands over to the left side of the mat, walking them over. Right palm might rest on top of the left. Breathe into that right side body. Feel the breath create some space between the ribs. Notice how that side body's feeling today. And we'll slowly walk it over to the opposite side. Maybe left palm comes on top of right. Know that your body has things to say. All these physical sensations are its way of communicating with you. I invite you to be open to listening to the story your body has to tell. Come back to center. Nice. We'll meet up in tabletop. So gently coming up, adjusting on the mat, bringing shoulders right over those wrists, the hips over knees, and then spread those fingers nice and wide. And just take a minute to notice what's happening with your pelvis here. If you try tucking it under, and if you can't tuck it under, it means you already are doing so. So just untuck, release it. We're not looking for a swayed back. We're just trying to get a nice long spine here. My gaze is down on the floor. Tops of the feet are pressing down into the mat. Nice, stable, steady base. And I'm going to draw my shoulder blades together. So I'm not rounding through the back. I'm not arching through the back. I'm just relaxed in a neutral position. And let's take some cat and cow here. So as you inhale, drop the navel, lift the chin, keep the back of the neck nice and long. As you exhale, curl everything in, rounding through the back. Nice. Follow your own breath cycle here. See if you can ride the breath all the way to the end of your pose, the end of your shape. Using the entire inhale to get all the way to your cow, and the entire exhale to get all the way into your cat. And then if you like to bring in any hip circles or barrel rolls or things like that, feel free. Notice what feels really good in your body. Maybe take some time to push into or hang out anywhere that your body just needs a little extra love. Take one more round here. And we'll meet back in that neutral spine. I'm going to leave my hips up nice and high and walk out to puppy pose. This can be really quite a big shoulder opener, so I'm going to show it to you first. So maybe forehead meets the mat, maybe chin reaches up. And if you need to bring the floor up to you, again, bring that block in to make the shape fit your body. We never need to do it the other way around. We don't need to force anything in yoga. It's about finding what our body needs that day, meeting it where it's at. And you can always play around, curating a practice that works well for you. Take 2 full breaths here. Soften through the face. Press the tops of the feet back down. And then we're just going to slide the hips back, slide the palms along, come back to child's pose. Pause here. 1 full breath cycle. Nice. Let's come up to tabletop, curl our toes under, and meet in our first down dog, shifting the hips up, spreading those fingers nice and wide. I like to bring the shoulders up towards my ears and then do a little shoulder roll, send the shoulder blades down towards my back pockets, and again, bend through the knee, one then the other, walking it out. Notice what you notice in the soles of the feet. If you've been wearing some heels today or uncomfortable shoes, they might be talking to you. Maybe wag the hips a little bit, feeling into the side body as you move from side to side. And we'll settle into our dog here. Take a nice deep inhale. Open up the mouth, let it go. Bring some sound to that. One more inhale. Open it up. Nice. Take that gaze up and make your way to the top of the mat. However feels good. I'm going to take those feet hip width apart. I'm going to hinge at the hips, taking a nice deep forward fold. Maybe the hands stay on the floor. Maybe opposite hand comes to opposite elbow. Press down through the feet. Let gravity do the work of opening up some space in your spine. Notice where you can relax or soften. Notice what muscles are firing now. What sensation do you feel in your body at this moment? We'll release the palms, heel toe those feet together. And we're going to take the hands and just drag them up the legs, up to where that hip socket is. I'm going to press my palms into my thigh bone as though I'm trying to push my head away from my hips. Really nice long spine. This is a half lift. Find a good breath here. And then release and send those palms back down, fold it forward. Nice. Curl it up. Tuck the tail. Roll up the spine. Come on up into mountain pose. Roll those shoulders back. Lift up all 10 toes. Spread them wide. Send them down, pressing them into the mat like you're trying to leave a footprint in the sand. And again, notice what's happening with the pelvis here. Are you already tucking it in and pulling things in? Can you just relax it a little bit? Again, not that big sway, but not tucked under, just relaxed. And imagine this rib cage was a flashlight. Where is it shining? Is it reaching forward? Is it shining behind you? Can you shine it right over those relaxed hips? Nice. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up nice and high. Interlace the fingers together, release the index fingers. Let's take it to the left, pushing the hips to the right, getting a deep side bend. And reach it tall. And the opposite side. And reach it tall. And then hands through heart center, pull it down, forward fold. Nice. Find that half lift. Sweep the hands up the legs, press into the thigh bone, reach it forward, nice long back. Exhale, pull it down. Bend the knees, tuck the tail, curl it up. And again, find that mountain pose. Release the pelvis. Shine that flashlight down. Nice. I'm going to turn to face you, but you can stay where you are. We're going to synchronize breath with arm movements here. So as you inhale, sweep the arms up. Again, ride that inhale all the way up. And like a French press, turn the palms, press it down, empty out the lungs. 2 more. Inhale, sweep it up, ride the breath. Keep it slow and intentional. Exhale, press it down. Maybe this is a French press for you. Maybe it's one of those inhales. We've got little wine bottle corkscrew openers that always look like they have arms that come out. Find the imagery that works. Last one. Inhale, sweep it up high, ride the breath. Exhale, left palm goes forward, left hand goes back. Tip those fingertips up towards the sky like you're high-fiving someone. Gaze goes back towards the right hand. Pause here. And then bring it back to center. Arms reach tall. Find an inhale. Opposite side. Right palm comes forward. Left palm pushes back. Gazing towards the left palm. Good. Inhale. Reach it up high. We're going to take it out to the sides. Press those palms out. Take up space. Pause here. Let's take the gaze to the right. Gaze to the front. And to the left. Again, notice what you notice. Where are you feeling sensation? Good. Inhale those hands up nice and high. Exhale. Let's take them behind you. Interlace the fingers. Push the knuckles down. Lift through the chest. Open up the heart space just a little bit. And then let's fold it forward. You can keep those fingers interlaced, or if that's a little bit too much, take opposite hand to opposite elbow, or just bring those hands down to the floor. Again, listen to the story your body has to tell. Everyone's yoga practice should look just a bit different. Every body is different. Every day we step on the mat, we have the potential for a totally different experience, even if we repeated the exact same poses or sequence again and again and again. Take one more breath here. And then release the hands. Nice. Find that half lift. Inhale here. Exhale. Plant those palms or the fingertips. Let's step the right foot back at a 45. We're coming to warrior one. Inhale. Sweep it up nice and high. And just pause and notice. Are your left toes gripping anywhere? Is that back leg hanging out, or can you activate it somehow? Where do you feel sensation? Do you feel stability in this pose? Do you feel a stretch anywhere? Let's take an inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend. One more, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Open it up, warrior two. Gazing through, or just past rather, those front fingertips. Check in with that right big toe. Want to keep that knee nicely aligned over the ankle. And again, what happened to that back leg? Is it still there? Is it hanging out? Let's rotate the palms up. Notice what happens with the shoulders. Leave them there and then flip those palms back around. Again, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend with intention. No need to rush. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Nice. Inhale, straighten. We're going to turn the toes towards the wall or whatever is in front of you. Keep them nice and parallel. Inhale, reach those hands up high. And we're going to come to Prasarita. So I'm going to turn around here for you. Nice deep forward fold. Exhale, sweep the arms down. And bring that block in if you want to bring the floor up to you. Remember, there are three options: tall, medium, small, or floor. Find what works for your body today. Let the head be heavy. Maybe bend the knees a little bit if you need here. And then play around with where your weight is distributed. So take it a little forward towards the balls of the feet, a little backward towards the heels. And then find that just right stopping point in the middle. One full breath here. Nice. We'll bring it on up. Inhale, sweep the arms, take them with you. Let's turn those toes to the opposite side. Right foot's in front. Take that nice deep warrior two. Again, feeling into this side. Noticing if you're gripping the mat. See if you can release those shoulders down without flipping the palms this time. Now take an inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. I'm going to drop the back hand, reach it around for warrior one. Feeling into this side. Notice how one side might be different than the other. Notice which muscles are activated, which are not. No judgment here, right? We're just building our awareness, cultivating our ability to observe sensation in our body. Take an inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Nice. We're going to step the feet to meet. Take a nice tall spine. Exhale, pull the hands in. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, reach it up tall. Exhale, fold it forward. Plant those palms, step the same foot back. Inhale, sweep it up, warrior one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Moving one breath, one movement. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Nice. Open it up, warrior two. Taking it back the opposite way, straightening the leg. Exhale, release, relax. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, turn those toes, arms reach high. Prasarita, let's fold it forward. Nice. Take an inhale, half lift here. Maybe you come up onto fingertips or further onto that block. And then on an exhale. One more like that. Inhale, half lifted here. And then exhale, fold it forward. Nice. Keep those arms out nice and high. And let's turn our toes back to where we started. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more like that. We're training our brain, training our observation skills. Pause here. Sweep the arm around. Warrior one. Good. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more like that. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Step the feet to meet, reach it tall. Exhale, hands come into heart center. Close the eyes here, pause. Check in with your alignment. So again, lifting all 10 toes, spread them wide, press them down into the sand. Let the knees be soft. Let the pelvis release, not tucking in, not reaching back. Let the flashlight of the ribs shine right over the pelvis. Shoulders sink back and down. And find power in the pause. Notice the breath. Give yourself a brief moment here to integrate what you just put your body through in a good way. The pause is just as important as the pose. Take one more full breath here. Soften through the face. Open up the eyes. Inhale, reach the hands up. Press those palms together. Take them down through heart center. Forward fold. Find that half lift. Sweep the hands up the thigh bones. Press into the thighs. Push the top of the head away. Good. And sweep those hands back down. Forward fold. We're going to take the hips down towards the heels. Take this wherever it works for you. You could be anywhere in here, right? Depending on what your body's flexibility, mobility, and strength is. We're going to take a little toe squat. So I'm going to shift my weight up and a little bit back. And when I'm ready, I'm going to bring my palms to my heart center. I'm going to take my gaze out in front of me. For some of us, it might feel really good to try to work those knees or press the thigh bones closer towards each other. For others of us, it might feel more stable to keep them apart. Play around with it. Find what works for you. Notice where you feel ease, discomfort. Notice where your body starts to brace for you, maybe anticipating a fall. Listen to the story your body has to tell. Take 2 more full deep breaths. Inhale, let that rib cage expand. Let the belly be soft. And then exhale it out. 1 more. Inhale, deep breath. And exhale. I'm going to drop my hands down, lift up my hips, and just walk it back to a nice plank position. So I'm up on the toes, my heels are reaching back, and again, play around with this. Often we find ourselves tucking. See if you can release that tailbone, and then notice if you're rounding or if you're kind of collapsing. We want to come right into the middle here, allowing the spine to follow its natural curve. You're here for 3, 2, you can do hard things. And 1, drop the knees, take it all the way down to the floor. Curl those toes under. Let's take the palms, or the hands rather, outside the mat, up on the fingertips. I'm going to press my pelvis into the floor as I inhale. I'm going to peel the chest off. Exhale it down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Release. 1 more like that. Inhale. Peel it up. Exhale it down. Let's take those arms underneath us. I'm just going to slide my hands forward, keeping the elbows right under the shoulders for Sphinx pose. I'm going to try to pull my hands back as I'm trying to pull my rib cage right between my shoulders. Draw those shoulders down. And you, again, can increase or decrease the intensity as much as you like here. So just by that slight pull, or lesser of a pull, through the forearms, through the palms, you can create more of a stretch through the upper back body. Take 1 more good breath. And release it down. Nice. Plant those palms. Let's come up through tabletop. And then we're just going to come to butterfly, getting into the hips a little bit here. So soles of my feet come to touch. Maybe that's a tighter diamond, maybe that's a wider diamond. Pay attention to the knees and what you need here. Find those sits bones grounded in the mat. Grab onto the maybe ankles or the feet or the toes, whatever feels good. And then you can start to use those elbows to open up, create some space for the hip. Again, notice if you're rounding or you're arching. See if you can just find a nice neutral long spine. Take a good deep breath here. Let's take one more with a nice ha. Let it go. Nice. And slowly bring those up. Draw together. Let's lay the legs out nice and long for Paschimottanasana. Seated forward fold. So I'm just going to find my sits bones here. We all have abundance in our bodies in different places. Feel free to move things as you need. This is your practice. Make it work for you. Let's take a nice inhale here. Reach the arms up tall. Flex the toes back towards your nose. And then start to hinge at the hips. Notice if the knees need to bend, let them bend. Just try not to round through the back just yet. Keep the hinge at the hips. One more breath here. And then release. Let the back round. Let the hands fall where they may. Maybe the shins, ankles, toes. As you inhale, see if you can find some length in the spine. And as you exhale, maybe you invite the chest a little closer to the thigh bones. Maybe you invite the backs of the knees a little closer to the mat. Notice what you notice. Paying attention to the sensations in your body, the quality of the breath, letting it all just be an experience without judgment, without interpretation, simply an awareness and observation. Take one more breath here. And slowly come on up. Let's take those arms out nice and long and make our way down to the mat. Take your time, no rush. Ooh. And adjust as you need. Let's take a little spinal twist here. Grabbing that right knee, pulling it in or maybe out towards the shoulder. Flex through that left foot as though you were standing on the floor. And we're going to take a little twist here. So right arm goes long, left hand grabs right knee. I'm going to pull it across my body. Maybe my gaze goes towards the right hand. And if my right shoulder is lifting way up off the mat, I'm just going to decrease my twist a little bit. Breathing into that right hip, the back, drawing awareness there. Your body is a sculpture of all the different experiences, interactions, relationships, surprises, all the things that have happened in your life up to this point. Pay attention to what those sensations tell you, what insights they can give. Take one more full breath here. Come back through center. Give that knee a squeeze and lay it long. Flex through that right foot. Let's scoop up the left leg. Pull that knee in or out towards the armpit, whatever feels best. And take our twist to the opposite side. Left arm goes long. Right hand guides that left knee across the body. See if you can keep that right leg nice and long. Foot flexed. Imagine you are standing on the floor. Notice where you feel relaxed. Notice where you feel any tightness, resistance. Let your breath fill up your lungs one more time. Slowly bring it back. Give that knee a squeeze. And send it long. And we are ready for Shavasana, my friends. So you can leave the legs long, let the palms tip up, or if you like, you can bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees come open, adjust the pelvis here. See if you can get more of the spine down onto the mat. So whichever feels the best. Give yourself some time to enjoy the power of this pause. Notice the points of connection your body has with the earth or the mat beneath you. Feel the rise and fall of the rib cage. Start from the crown of the head and soften through the face, the ears, the jaw, the tongue, the shoulders, the melt into the mat. Soften through the chest, the core, the hips and pelvis, the upper arm, elbow, forearm, palms, the fingers. Bring a softness to the thigh bones, the knees, calves and shins, the ankles, the feet and the toes. Keep that awareness on the breath as it moves in and out of the body. Notice how you feel at the end of our short practice together compared to how you may have felt when you first rolled out that mat. If there was any sensation in your body that you weren't expecting today, maybe you hadn't felt in a long time, that surprised you or spoke louder than you expected, just tuck that in your back pocket for now. The more we come back to the mat, the more we build our ability to refine that awareness, to be with some of those sensations. To start to respond to them instead of react. Maybe to treat them with compassion. Take one more full deep breath here. Let it out on an exhale. Let's reach the arms overhead, taking a full body stretch, pointing through the toes, reaching through the fingertips. And take a good full body stretch through the left side, and then the right side, and find whatever side feels best to you, and go ahead and curl on up. Let the head rest on an outstretched arm. The body fully relax. Release any holding patterns you have. And let's press our palms into the earth and make our way back up, finding a comfortable seat. Bringing those palms together. The light in me sees you. and honors the light that shines in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me for our Friday yoga together. Know that you can find me here each Friday for a brand new theme, a brand new topic, and each Wednesday for a short chat about that topic as well. If you know a woman who would love to join our conversation and community, please consider sharing this video or channel with her, and I will see you